what we're working on here is we ended up needing some bits, correct? And we found out it was easier to get it from the install truck because they were easier and better. Is that true? And then the question was asked, why do we not have that for our company then? And what principle is that? Yeah, well, it is. It definitely hits our values, but it's also yoke tan. What we learn in one place, we should be able to use laterally other places, correct? Sure. So let's see what we can do with that. Team, a couple things that I'm going to be planting myself in Bay 18. We've been not clean here, so it's eroded since Steve's been taking care of it, so it's always taken care of and clean. One thing I've noticed is everybody and Finish and then the poor guys have started 3S'ing, and I don't see anybody back here. Curious if that's a common thing or if I just happen to show up on the one day that's the way it is. One thing I'm going to be looking for is how we use WD-40. Got a fan here. If that blows anywhere, from what I'm told, if it gets anywhere like in a bolt facility, it destroys all the molds for months at a time. So they really can't even have it in the building. I know that we've used it, but has it gotten out of hand? That's probably one thing I'm going to be looking for. Overspray on a mold. Again, we have a fan right here. So anything that's getting sprayed is going backwards, going away, and will probably stay there. So again, this is where I'm going to park myself for 3S.
Hey everyone, here at the hats we got the inside of this one, fiberglass, the inside of this one, fiberglass resin. Then we did get this one sanded. I believe that one is ready. This one here, we got the inside sanded, ready for red. And this was the one that was stuck, so it got sanded and it will get repatched and filled and then go from there. This one just needs red as well.
AE team, 2-second lean. I ordered a couple copies in Spanish. I'll get these parts for. 11th finger is for the table saw. We broke the guide. The $10 million stick is for the chop saw. I'm going to show you how that works. The 11th finger will make sense that I don't need to see it, but this is for when you're cutting something close to a table saw and it's a little iffy, you're able to use it.
Okay, one thing is for sure is I will have to own this a lot better. And instead of assuming it's not that big of a deal, they'll throw in a jug of catalyst. Now a lot of this black we see, I believe is that black O-ring down there is getting eaten apart and it broke up pretty much when it was disturbed, trying to clean it out. And I believe we found the parts, but I have to double look the part numbers because it says for resin tank hose, but where I found all the parts for that jug is in one container, and I think that's awfully small for a resin tank hose. So I was finally able to get this out of the catalyst jug to change out this O-ring, and it's definitely not the one that me and Justin thought it was. So I'm gonna look a little bit to find the one this one's shot. So if I can't find something in about 3 or 4 minutes, I'm gonna definitely start tooting my horns and asking for help here, because this is a mess.
Good morning, Elite. So I'm here at the shower base area, just making a plan on the improvements I need. So one, dust control. That's the biggest issue right now over here. Creating visual aids, just like we did with these, but getting into the rest so we know. A book of knowledge, a QR codes of how to assemble different types of bases. Figuring out a system where we can get this up off the floor so it's not just a junk pile that you have to look through. Getting a roll over here so we don't walk around to get it. Making sure that we get the proper electrical that we need without defects. That should be done right away. Also the dust collection, getting it closer to the area so we're not walking down and pulling, because it'll pull out if you pull too hard on that. Getting the carts clear of debris so there's not confusion on what's there or what it's needed for. So those are all things that we'll be working on. I created a SOP, a Gemba doc on the improvements that we need to make to help get this underway, more of a plan.
Hey everyone, so years ago when we got a new paddleless bin, this is how it comes. We do have a drawing now, thank you Shane for getting that. But what happened was, when we put this in there like that, Steve, Adrian, and myself saw that it was leaking. We took it back apart, and what we did was we added a black O-ring and this washer. But if you look at the drawing, it doesn't show it that way. It's only got the one red washer, or the one red gasket, then the washer on the inside. Then it will go into the jug.
Actually, that's not true. The washer goes on the outside, and pushing this washer tight is supposed to pull this guy tight.
Okay.
So the inside washer doesn't exist. It's only the outside.
So what we learned was we had something extra in there to try to cover up the problem years ago, and it finally went back.
So we're back here, and about to throw this bad boy back together so we can get going here. But I learned something new again. Justin's having a lot of flashbacks, but the reason why it leaked last time apparently is the way we drilled the hole. Did it right in the center where you see it's hard to make a seal there with the way, you know, the bucket was made, the jug was made. So apparently the hole should never bend deadly in the center, and that's why we're having a hard time sealing it. Apparently that's why we use extra rubber gaskets and stuff. Now we filled it up with water about halfway and couldn't catch any leaks. I'm going to keep an eye on it today, but if the case is that we drilled it in the wrong place and that's why we're using extra parts and making a mess, we need to order a new jug. And Justin's going to have to help me figure that out, because this seems to be a bigger mess than it needed to be.
Hey E-Team, made a new cart here, the guys did, assuming they shared that, but to make it look a little nicer, made new labels. Peace out.